Geeks Assemble! What's up, guys? It's Casey from the Geeks with Wives here once again for another Ladies of the Round Table Comics Corner for the week of January 15th. So, first up this week, we only have 3 books to talk about, so it's going to be a really short one, so just bear with me. So the first one we're going to talk about this week is something brand new. This is Disney and Marvel's first venture together. It's called Seekers of the Weird. It's written by Brandon Seifert and Carl, with art by Carl Moline. Basically, the way I describe this book is it's very much a children's adventure book. It's very Disney-oriented, very Disney-friendly. You could tell that this came right out of the imagination of Disney. It's super adventurous. You're basically following the story of a brother and sister duo whose parents are kidnapped by mysterious forces, and they are kind of thrown into the mix of basically the weird world that their parents have been living in. So if you've seen the TV show Gravity Falls, it's a cartoon on, I believe, one of the Disney channels. It basically follows a kind of a similar story where these 2 kids live in a house of oddities, or a shop of oddities. So they're constantly kind of coming across weird and strange objects. So the children's homes is full of this. So this is the first kind of encounter with what their parents do and why they have all these oddities and weird things around. So when their parents are kidnapped, they're thrown into this crazy weird world full of magic and monsters and their crazy Uncle Roland, who kind of comes in to save the day. So my first thought of this book is, like I said, it's very, very family friendly. It's very, very Disney oriented, very Disney feel. I really enjoyed the characters. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of humor in this book, as well as a lot of action. Also, the effects are nice. You get some cool things here with the creatures that are involved, and like some taxidermy monsters, and just a bunch of stuff I haven't really seen before in a comic, especially in a children's book and something by Disney. And once again, this is Disney and Marvel's first venture kind of together, so please check that out, Seekers of the Weird. It's just a lot of fun, and it's super, super weird, so give it a look. Also, came out this week a big final issue in the story arc of the Venom in Superior Spider-Man. So this is the last issue in the Darkest Hour story arc. The Superior Spider-Man is written by Dan Slott. He has a little help on this one with Christos Gage, with art by Roberto Ramos. I really, once again, you're going to hear me talk about Superior Spider-Man a lot on these comic corners, and in issue 25, once again, the story is just getting better and better. My only problem with this issue, and this is a kind of a big spoiler alert, so if you don't want to hear it, kind of skip ahead, but Peter Parker does make his return in this issue. And we've all kind of been knowing that he's going to come back and when he's going to come back, but the way he comes back in this book is kind of just meh and kind of unsatisfying. So basically, what's happened is Dr. Octopus has taken over Peter Parker's mind and body, and then in that, he kind of has deleted Peter Parker's memories and essence from his own body. So in this issue, while Dr. Octopus is fighting the Venom symbiote and trying to get it off him, Peter Parker kind of reappears in a ghostly image, like he has before. I mean, he basically, his explanation is, hey, I'm back, and I've just been kind of waiting for a moment to show myself again. Which, once again, when you've been dealing with something as dramatic as killing off a character, and then having him live inside of another character's brain, and then having that character erased and thinking he's gone forever, and then you just all of a sudden he just pops up out of nowhere, seemingly because you kind of written yourself in a corner, it's kind of a disappointing turn. But I think the issue comes back around again, and we kind of get a nice reveal at the very end with a surprise with the Avengers. So once again, if you guys have been reading Superior Spider-Man, continue to do so. If you're not, I suggest reading it from the beginning. It's a masterpiece story, and we all know with the latest reveal this week of the new Amazing Spider-Man #1 that the storyline is going to end. Superior Spider-Man will end in April. So please check it out before it ends. It's really a lot of fun. Dan Slott's just kind of tearing Spider-Man's world apart and rebuilding it into something that is recognizable from when Spider-Man first made an appearance in the pages of Marvel. So a lot of fun, perfect story, great art. Humberto Ramos' art is awesome. I really love the way he draws the Avengers. Tons of action in this book, tons of appearances by villains and characters throughout the Marvel Universe. So please check it out. If you're not reading Superior Spider-Man, shame on you. All right, so finally this week we get the second issue of Justice League 3000, written by Keith Giffen, with art by J.M. DeMatteis. Once again, I read a lot of DC books and have kind of, the characters of the Justice League, Superman, Batman, have all become kind of stale over the years. And so what this book has done is it's kind of reinvigorated those characters and changed them dramatically. It involves the Wonder Twins and Cadmus, and what they have basically done is brought back a semblance of the Justice League from the past to a timeline that is much further in the future. So the reason that this book kind of really has got me my attention is because we get a kind of different look at the Justice League and a different view on their personalities. For example, Superman is a complete arrogant asshole, and everybody hates him. He hates being called Clark. He keeps thinking he can fly, and he can't. He thinks he is all powerful, and he's not, and he's just so arrogant and such an asshole, and everybody hates him. And it's really just kind of fun to see that character develop around them. Same thing with the Flash. He's kind of the opposite of it. He's not the arrogant fun guy. He's kind of the cautious, like, ne'er-do-well who doesn't want to use his powers and is trustworthy of his handlers. And it's just a really, really fun dynamic for the Justice League, and it kind of changes up their status quo a bit. Also, in this issue, they meet their first villain in Locust, who's this young lady right here. And she is all powerful. She's an alternate reality bending villain who even the normal Justice League would have trouble dealing with. So it's really nice to see that this new Justice League, and the fact that Superman just thinks that he can just walk up to her and hit on her, and then she just destroys him immediately. So it's really kind of a nice change in the Justice League dynamic. I really just love the characters. Batman is still kind of Batman, just his normal kind of brooding self. But it's a nice change. I really love the design. I really love the art. The costumes are so cool. Green Lantern's like hood that he wears is a really nice touch. He looks kind of like a green Moon Knight. So it's a lot of fun. Definitely something different than what's going on with the normal team right now. So please, if you guys are interested in kind of Elseworld, Earth 2, or like kind of offshoot stories, not really in continuity, then check out Justice League 3000. So my pick of the week, I think, for anybody who just wants to get one book, it's definitely check out Seekers of the Weird. It's so much fun. Like I said, it's just a good, fun Disney adventure. Would make a great movie or TV show. And you get great scenes like this, and some great cosplay. So please check out those books. If you guys have any other questions or want me to check out some books, please contact me on Twitter at GWWCapesCrew. Also, please make sure you guys are visiting the Geeks with Wives. We're always putting up brand new content and videos, reviews, video game stuff. Anything geeky you can imagine you can find at geekswithwives.com. So, until next time, you guys can catch me on Twitter at GWWCapesCrew. And once again, check out everything at geekswithwives.com. And I will catch you on the geek side.